to start with the second session for burp and also web security. So this time we are going to start with something a bit interesting. So last session we basically looked at burp and basics of burp, which you can use for identifying web pen testing. So try to understand there is this bit where we do web security or this bug bounty, and also there's the other thing which is web pen testing. Both seems very similar, but try to understand with two different dimensions. Bug bounty is more or less looking into bugs in websites or else software, right? So but web pen testing is basically looking at organizations website or a web system and identifying what are the concerns you're having. So the objectives can be much different, right? So that's what you have to understand, right? So now what you're going to do now, so we are going to do some bit of interesting hacking in or web security analysis or pen testing as we say it. So we are going to use OWASP juice shop. So OWASP you all know. Yeah, so let me close this one. If you search for OWASP juice shop, so this is a vulnerable web application which is out there, which is created by OWASP. So these are the two important links. So let's go there. And this one, right? All right, all good. So once you go here, you'll find all the details of it. And there are similar types of web apps which you can install in your computer and play with. So there's damn vulnerable web application, and of course BWAP, if you have heard of it, and many other CTF boxes from Vulnerability Hub, and of course you can do real-time stuff, right? So all these things are possible. So OWASP juice shop also is quite similar in nature, quite similar, and so it's basically all right. So it's basically an insecure web application as it says, but something good about juice shop is juice shop's architecture is pretty new. So meaning so and when you look at this, it tries to cover. It's useful for security training. A lot of demos are there, so it can be used as a CTF box. And also, if you go down, it covers OS top 10, which is so famous, and it tries to cover that. And also, it's part of this OWASP VWA vulnerable web application directory. Yeah, so you can find all these things here. So if you are wanting to do more things, more crazy things, yeah, so there's a long list of projects here which you guys can use, right? And then if you look here in the GitHub directory, you can find plenty of sorry, not plenty of, you can have all the details here. So it's open source app, as you can see. So this is based on JavaScript. It's having a Node.js backend, Angular frontend. So so And once you go here, there's a lot of info that you have to observe. And now to set this up, you can of course git clone this to your desktop, right? And then you can install it in different ways. There are a lot of options here. You can install it through sources. So basically you have to have Node.js implemented at a backend service or server, and you can git clone this, and then you can of course install it, and then you can run it in a local host, or you can have pre-packaged distribution. You can download it and start it, and again you can use it, or else you can use Docker. So Docker is a container, so you can just get a container already built in, which is there in the Docker hub, and you can run that locally again, right? So that would do. So those are the options, or you can use virtual machine type of environment, which is you can use Vagrant. So if you go to Vagrant repository, you can get a clone of it, or you can get a git clone and you can run it on Vagrant locally. And you can run it on Amazon EC2 as instance, or Azure container, Google Compute Engine. So a lot of other things are available, but the easiest, guys, would be to use Heroku Server. So you can access your own implementation from anywhere. So I can go to my Heroku. This is the one. And once you go in, you can find my implementation of Heroku. So basically, you have to just do a one-click implementation in Heroku. So you get this free account. From the free account, you can host it. So I have this Jewish slit. So this is there. It was installed. So I can use this, right? So once you go in, you can find all the relevant implementation details. So it's on npm, node package manager, and all other things are available. So see, like it will be the easiest way to handle it, but I would highly recommend you to work with other uh, options as well, right? So because you can learn a lot having running it locally as well, right? So you can see the other things, deploy. Yeah, so I'm not going to do any explanation about Heroku, so it's very learnable. So you can go there and learn it. All right, so that's done. And so this is basically how we install it. And also there's a demo app here if you want to have a look at it. And also there are CTF extensions which you can use. Right, and then the important part of this is there's a very nicely written documentation, which is pretty cool. So there's a slide deck as well, and also there's a PDF version of this, and yeah, so this is the content. So we go through it because it can be a bit important. So this is the site for the Jewish shop. So it uses JavaScript. So it's probably the most modern, sophisticated, insecure web application. So it should never be used this one as a real system, because there are so much of vulnerabilities here. So I think I would highly recommend you to go to the GitHub, and I hope that this is run by a one person, but there should be so many contributors. So this is the guy. Yes, you can go to his site even. He's from Germany, and he have set up nice other directories, repos as well. So this is so popular. This is every kind of work, right? So yeah, so please follow him on Twitter and other things, so you know the basic things, right? Right, so this is basically the documentation written by the same guy, Born J silent Kimmich, right? So yeah, so this is the basic stuff. So you can get the PDF, the book. You can put it your Android or a tablet, and you can use it. So the reason for it to exist is to do a lot of interesting studies about things. So as it says, this is how they use JavaScript, and this is how it got improved. And this is the architecture. So this is also kind of interesting to know. So as you can see here, it has a front-end Angular basis and is OAuth, and also it uses this Google's material design engine, and also it uses Express. It's a very neat way of implementing Node.js related stuff. All right, and you have SQLize, a tool is used as abstraction for the database layer. So it uses SQLite as a database engine. So I think as a pen tester, good to know these technologies which are involved in, because it will be easier for you to handle things and to um, so to hack things. So knowing the internal architecture would have a definite advantage. Yeah, and so they use WebSocket Protocol, which is kind of interesting one. They use these messages back and forth. There's a push notification. So you'll see that when you start hacking in. That's a quite interesting thing that they do. And application also offers convenient user registration via OAuth 2.0. So then they can use Google accounts also. But please don't use your original accounts to do this, because this is some wherever you host it. So you're not really sure. So yeah, so it's not the best option. And it is RESTful API. So these are the technology stack that they do use, right? It's quite interesting. So they use a lot of interesting new technologies. So we can learn a lot from there, right? So that's one of the things, reasons why JuiceShop is used widely for teaching purposes. And even real life security researchers, bug bounty hunters, they start normally with tool like BWeb or JuiceShop or any other. Then they can go and do things in the real environment. So last time, last session, we actually looked into a website from HackerOne. So we continue to do that, but I want you to practice this thoroughly. So right, so this is okay. Let's move on. So I'm not going to run through the whole tutorial, but still this can be interesting. So you guys know that, okay, these are the options which are there. And so this is specific releases. You can go into the earlier releases as well. And yep, server instance of OS just JuiceShop is supposed to be used only by a single user. So it should not be supported by multiple users. So I'll show my one, right? So my instance of JuiceShop. So please don't try. No. So this is my one, juice-sit.herocoolapp.com. So guys, please don't start attacking that one. So then I won't be able to do anything there. Yeah. And also it has this self-healing feature and all that, but still, yeah. So leave it aside. So you can just do it for free. And these are the vulnerabilities it tries to address. So it of course uses OWASP top 10. So an OWASP API security top 10. So there's another set, and also MITRE's common weakness enumeration. So these are the major ones. So as you can see, 11.6 or 14.7 is sensitive data exposures, and then the injection, broken authentication, and XSS, and it goes wrong. Right. Okay, so then you have a set of CWEs, other things for each category. So there are around 50 plus exercises here, as I can remember. So there's a lot to understand, learn through this one. And of course, there's this nice thing called scoreboard, which tries to motivate us to do or find things, and they give a bit of hints as well. So it's just vague hints, leave up for us to find out. And also challenges are starred in this way: single star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. Likewise, you have ratings. And also you can do a lot of filtering, and you can set it up as it is needed. So you can do a lot of customizations depending on where you have to test this, to whom you are going to give this. But when you are learning, okay, just start doing things, right? All right, so that's basically about the scoreboard. So there are some dangerous, as they say, dangerous challenges as well. And also, if you want to do any changes, you can do through the YAML configuration file. All right, so And then you have the hacking exercise rules. So you can use different tools. I will go into this. You can use the tools and things like that. So which way I'm going to demonstrate anyway. And you can use Box to get started. It is quite cool. And you might have to write your own coding and all that. So you might have a dev environment as well, bit of dev skills or dev tools as well. What I'm saying is not dev tools as it is in the browser, but beyond that, you might need Python libraries or JavaScript libraries, and you might have a basic IDE like Atom or Sublime or Visual Studio Code or something related, right? So that should be that. So you might need a bit of experience as in any of those. So if you don't have, so obviously you can go to Free Code Camp and start learning about these things. Right. All right. So that's a long list. I'm not going to discuss anything. So this gives you a very high level overview of what you can do, what you can expect, and things like that. All right. So now that's done. Right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to check whether my burp suit is on. Yep. Right. Okay. Things seems to be cool. There's nothing much here recorded. Wait, things getting populated, which is a good sign. So now let me go to the browser and load the juice shop. Okay, let me do some of these things to save the memory. All right, so this is what you get when you load the juice shop. Uh, so I'll do some of these things. I don't need these things. Okay, so it's loading. Yeah, no, I'm not intercepting any traffic at the moment, so I'm just loading my website. All right, so this is the important juice shop. So basically, what is this? It's basically an online store. It's a juice shop, right? So where you can buy juice, right? So this is your apple juice, I don't know, banana juice, fruit press, egg fruit juice. So you can basically only one left. So yeah, so basically it's a portal to buy juice, right? So that's nothing much in it, no? So basically it's a portal where you guys can order juice, right? So that's really cool, right? So and also there should be a account, yeah, so we can create an account here. And yeah, so that's basically it. And there are a few other options here, no? There's a side menu. So initially, once you get into a site like a CTF box like that, just observe what's there, right? So I think that's probably is the first step to do as a normal observer, rational person, right? Just observe what's there, right? Okay, there are images, there are pages. So this is not the only page, right? So we can increase the size or the items, 36 items per the page, so you can get ordered everything. All right, that's good. So now I believe what we have to do is we can do a bit of scanning from my burp suit just to make sure things get noticed. So let me check. I have it in do shop. Yeah, I have this one. It is cool. I don't need the other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now this stuff, add to scope. So I say yes, and then I go here and say show only. Okay, it is in scope. And of course there's another place I can add it. Where is that dashboard? Nope, where's that other one? Yeah, if you go to proxy, under the HTTP history also, there's a long list of things. This I couldn't mention in the previous one, right? So there's so much of traffic generated in the browser. So some of these things are not really important to me. Like see this Mozilla one, I don't really need to. So this basically in the history you get all the packets which are transferred. So you can get the method, URL, parameters. So everything that you see here in the intercept you can see as column row wise. So I don't need this title and comment. But other thing whether it's SSL one, the IP address, cookies, if there's any cookies, time, a lot of information is there. So you can select one and see what is the request and if there's response already there, so what are the responses. So here I really don't need to see other things, so I can again check only the in scope ones, right? So you can write a regex also if you want to, but yeah, not really important. So if you really want to write regex, so basically you can write it here. So you can write things like dot, yeah, asterisk and something like this would say from Jewish shop, something like that. So then it will do the search and do that. All right, filtering, right? Okay. So that part is done. So I have narrowed down my results into the important ones. So similar I can do for WebSockets as well, but I'm not going to use any WebSockets right away. So yeah, everything is fine at the moment. Now, if you can remember what we have done earlier, now you can see I had found some things. So the best thing that when you do that, when you do such things, you have to populate your, see the tree, right? So one way to populate is to do a scan and an audit, or both, or crawl and audit. So you can do both or one. So, but if it is a bug bounty, you should not do audit. It's like vulnerability scanning. Some people or some you read first. Crawling is okay. It's passive. It won't be active sort of thing. But auditing is can be active one. So you have the permission to do that. Otherwise, you might be basically going against their rules. So you have to be careful of doing that. If specified, if it is okay, you can do that. Otherwise, you have to be a bit careful about that, right? Okay, so now what I can do, I can run a crawl and audit, but before that, as a best practice, always you can go and do things like you can go to account and log in. So once we do that, you will see that some other things can get populated. So that's a normal option that you will see. Right, so at the moment you see the API assets, and you can right click here, and if you want you can say expand collapse branch or expand branch. So you have all these options, collapse, expand. Yeah, so you can see everything that is available, right? So you can say collapse at any time, collapse everything, so which is that, or you can say expand everything. These options are there, so you can see what are the things which are available at the moment. Say at the moment you don't have the robot.txt file, which basically controls what the search engines do see, but you can see things like API assets, the REST admin interfaces, and some socket.io files which are being used, which seems to be quite normal. So there's nothing abnormal or which gives a lot of information. Even robot.txt file is no longer can be seen. And if you go here, I can put something here, and I can check logging in. Okay, say it's invalid password, new, not yet a customer. So I can again fill some other things. Let's go. Yeah, so I cannot do anything there. So I'm not going to do anything there, but I can search for juice. Do save, so I get all these things. I can click on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically uh, populate with some more destinations. And that's what I'm doing. So I can say reviews, no reviews yet, bonus, okay, whatever you have. Okay, so click again. So I cannot add it to the cart yet. So it's not the provider. Maybe I'm not logged in. You can observe these things, guys. You can observe. And also here you have place to click, and you can get customer feedback. So author is anonymous or something like that. Rating, what is 317? It's 317. What do you mean by that? I don't know. What is 317? 317. No? Okay, submit. Can I submit it? Not really sure. Yeah, it doesn't work, it seems. It's okay. So I go here again. About us, so get some the photo wall. There's some sort of photo wall. No, okay, some info is there. Okay, and it goes to Twitter, I believe. Yeah, so there are some external redirections. I'll close this. And also if you look at the URL, it goes like this, slash something, okay, photo wall. About us, yeah, it's also hash about. GitHub is there, and there are some other links which are not working anyway. Yeah, and also there are some external links, press kit, ready. So likewise, try to get a idea about the overall site structure, right? And same time doing clicking and do these changes, you'll be able to populate this one. So, but if it does a much of a good job, so it hasn't found only a few issues. Most of them are information issues, so you don't have much to work with. So you can right click and say scan. So I'm going to do a crawl and audit both together, which is quite interesting. And also I'm going to say okay. Okay, and if I go to the dashboard, I can see it's running. It might be a little slower, so I can go to settings and I can add some resource pool. I can say my maximum concurrent request, say 100 or so 220, and say maybe it will run faster. Yeah, so I give more preference to that. And you can see these issues are getting populated. Still, there's a new one. So that's my need, right? So I need to get more things there, which is cool, right? So okay, that's basically that. So I can get all these files. So I'm not going to intercept anything at the moment. All right. So meantime, once the scan is done, what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to do a bit of an experiment, set of experiments. Uh, so now, one thing you have to understand is when you are doing kind of web pen testing for a given site, you can do some external reconnaissance as well, right? So external reconnaissance as well, other than something like Websocket. So I have logged into my Kali box. So this is my Kali box. All right. So from here I can do some experiments as well. So I can do basically I can do a full TCP nmap. So TCP nmap is a very powerful command. So you can enumerate all ports and services to identify the low-hanging fruits and get the full list of services that you need to look into during enumeration. So let me copy this site, right? So then I can do enumeration nmap. So I'll use these flags S capital V. So these are very powerful flags SC, and the ports, all ports, and the operating system. And I'm going to put it to nmap, or I will say Joyce map nmap dot out. It's output, and then also I'm going to have verbose mode, so it should be V, and then I have to give the site, which is this one. So then I'm going to run that. All right. Okay. Fine. What is happening? Done 0 IP addresses. So was there any problem? So let me check cat is out. Unable to split network from target. Okay. Yeah, what was the issue? Let me try it for another website first. So we'll do it for slip.lk. It's working, right? It's working. It's discovering ports. So it's 25 is open, 443 is open, 80 is open, which is what I need. Okay, so I can rerun this. So this is a good command which can work with. Let me get the same thing. So we'll wait for the results. You can get idea about what sort of results you get. And I will go here and then okay, let's keep running. So I'm going to do UDP enumeration. So UDP is also quite useful. So there I'm using minus S capital U. top ports, right, top ports. So I can do 20 and minus O, and I can say nmap UDP output, which is also good. And then so I again check this or get the output, so get the side this time, and make sure that I'm not going to type into www. When HTTP is not needed. Right, okay, option is duplicated. Minus 4. Just change minus 4 in the previous one, is it? Yeah, it's there. Okay, so ON, and also it has to do sudo. Yeah, it's fine. It's scanning, which is good. Okay. So by scanning, I get these ports are open, which is quite useful, right? Yeah. So if I get nmap UDP output nmap, okay, that basically gives output. And let me now check the same for slit.lk. Oops, no, sorry. Okay, it's running. Wait for that, and I'll go here. Yeah, so I get a long output here. So it's Joyce nmap output. So we'll have a look at that. Cat Joyce. Right. So as you can see, guys, you find a lot of information by this nmap command, which is very interesting. So you can see host is up, and other addresses you can find slit.lk not scan, so it gives out all the relevant IPv4 and IPv6 addresses. And you can see the open ports. All right, so the Lotus nodes, I'm not sure whether it's true or false. And yeah, web is up, and it uses CloudFront in the top, the front, and some methods which are available, and some other things. Yep. Places, locations, and the server which is on Ubuntu. Okay, WordPress is used. Get head method is used. Same thing again, repeats. Yeah, so and the certificate I believe is a public key. So all these things are available, which is cool. And probably if I can check, I can check Juice Shop as well. Okay, this time it's running. It's good. Yes. So we'll wait for that output, and we'll go here. You can see here similar things, right, which is good. Right. So then we can use the other tools. Right. So we are use nmap, and of course we can use nc, right, and see whether it supports here. So nc ports are open. You can go here. What's happening? can say NC, so, and then we'll go with port 25, similar, and then you can try out your commands. You can say verify root, or you can craft a packet and send it. Yeah, this is okay. So let's use some details. Right, so the other one, until this comes out, it's running. So next command is the dig command. Dig is also quite interesting, cool command. So we can do a man and check. Yeah, you can do man dig and see what dig is used for. Dig is a DNS lookup utility, and it's a very powerful tool again. So this sort of enumeration, guys, you should do, right? Okay, so this can be very useful tools. We can say dig and just review the site to get all the details. Yeah, so that will give us good output, explaining details about this one. So yeah, so then authority section, additional sections, all these details are provided. So the A services NS, A and 222A, 888, 4A, so there are options in DNS. So I'm not going to go detail on that, so but you can get details about DNS records with that. But please remember there are so many options that you can get to understand. And also there's another one, DNS Recon. It's a DNS enumeration scanning tool that also can be used. DNS Recon. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, that's the problem. So there should be some flag. See, I think mine is D. Yeah. So you can get details of that as well. Okay, so that would do. And if I do a quick sit.lk, okay, it's searching for it. Yeah, so that's a neat tool to do that. Right, and then what else? So you can then try out things like Nikto. Nikto is another cool tool. So it takes a bit of a time, so I'm going to stop this. If you do man Nikto, these are very powerful tools. It's a scan web server for known vulnerabilities. So let us do a Nikto scan. Nikto, you can use these popular options. Yep. So this is. So then we have to give a output text out.text with output. Yeah. So you can find details, the IP, port, and the start time, server, and a lot of other details. So this also figured out a lot of details. This can be very important, right? So to get subdomains and other things. And also there's something called sublister. You can say do like this. Okay, minus D to say domain. So this is a very common option. So it will search them in these websites, search engines, and SSL certificates, and then it will give you the output. Right, it's cool. So yeah. Oh, sorry. So now we will give output. If I jump back, so the Nikto is still running. So yeah, rest, of course there are so many other commands which can try out. I hope this will give you a clear idea. Okay, there are other tools other than something like Burpsuit, which can give you a lot of help when you're jumping through your through your web vulnerability scanning. So what was the command which I used? Sublist. Okay, I think it didn't give anything. No, so that. So I think I can get the output to a file, and it's about all the subdomains. Let me forward it to out.text. Maybe there's some issue, but basic. So this is another good tool as well as Sublist, right? So just do a cat out.text. Oops, that's nothing. Alright, it's okay. So I'll look at it later. Right now, okay. Now let us go back to here, and when you go to the target dashboard, target sitemap, so you can see a few other things are added, right? But nothing serious at the moment. But if you do a complete audit, I believe they should find few other issues, because these are having a lot of issues. So let me run that as well. I can do audit. So you can remember concentrated items. I'll go next and okay, and then say okay. Right. So I'll run that as well. It'll take a bit of a time, but it's okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm not really worried about that at the moment. So you can find whatever you can find. So let's go to our site. Now, once you come across here, the next thing that you can look into. So now see one is already solved. So that happens sometimes when you run your application. Uh, Especially Burpsuit auditing, when you start auditing and all that, you might get into a situation where knowingly or unknowingly it will solve some of the problems. And we said that we use Websocket for the notification, and they found out some issues that we have solved, but this is not intentional, unintentional. There can be several situations this can happen when you run an automated tool, because when you open up a file also they find, okay, it's a secret, they have found it out, so they can give that idea. All right, so okay, just give me a minute. All right, I'm back. So now we are in this site. So what we can do is we can now go and look at the page source and see whether is there anything interesting. Okay, it's really bad. There's nothing here. But you have this stuff. Some links are there. You can click them, but it's out there. Don't think that's anything interesting. No. Right. This is a bit of disappointing. Right. Then what we can do is we can go to inspect by right clicking here, and it might bring the DevTools. If you go bit up, so you can find out your HTML. You can do a Control or Command F in the Mac, or Control F, and you can search for things, and you can see it gets highlighted when you go your places. You can get your layouts and many other things. There's a lot of information here. And then you can go to the console, so you can search anything here. So let me search. They said that they are going to dashboard. So is there a dashboard you can find? Is anything? Okay, that's not it there. In the HTML, there's nothing listed, but there is a dashboard we have to find out first. That's also part of the challenge. So it's hard to find the dashboard here. And if you go to the console, you can run your commands. Yep. So some already ran commands. I'm not sure what are them, but yeah. So you can get errors, warnings, logs. All right. logs, then I show logs at the local storage. So I'm not going to do anything there. Okay, so we can do a session on that later. And yeah, so that's the console. So authorized redirect of it, that's fine. And go to the debugger. This is quite interesting. So you can find the files, major files. You can see JavaScripts. So it's loading, still loading. Let me close unnecessary files. Right. So normally when you go here, you will find see there are a lot of coding here. Right. There are 20,000 lines, that which is a lot. It's a lot. And so there's no point of going through the coding, but I can probably search for this. Earlier also I searched for the dashboard. The board, right? That's for board. B-O-A-R-D. Scoreboard. So there's the path scoreboard. There's something scoreboard. Yeah, so I can find there are 31 lists, so I might have to go through them. That's the first one. Next one, what is the next one? Scoreboard. Title scoreboard. 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 So it seems the path. Okay, path is this one. A scoreboard. Score dashboard. So I'll copy that one. Copy to clipboard. Okay, that's probably one place which we can decide. Like slash. Okay, so that's something, right? Okay, so then you have other files and the Cloudflare plugins, and then the performance. Also, you can start recording the performance and see. So there are a lot of things to learn there. And the memory, again, you can take a snapshot and see how the memory is constructed. So you can do debugging, you can look at the stack, all these crazy things that you have learned, you can do that. Yeah, so that's basically it. I'm not really worried about that. Now I have to go to the scoreboard. That's my the idea right now. So if you go here, there's a search, but I need the scoreboard. All right, so there you have. All right, now see. Yeah, let's go. So all right, so once I go to the scoreboard, you can see there's this notification comes. You successfully solved a challenge. Scoreboard. Find the carefully hidden scoreboard page. So which I've done. Web page slowing down your browser. What would like to do? Stop. Oh wait. Let's say wait. I'll kill some of these pages. Maybe I'm eating too much of memory. Let's see. Yeah, so now it's loaded, guys. So as you can see, this is your scoreboard. So it's quite an interesting one, and you can see these levels. As you can see, first, second. So everything is loaded here actually, but you can jump through and see. So if you go here, level 1, so you can see the levels, difficulty levels and other things. So there are a lot of challenges there, and you can filter them according to, say, if you want to get broken access control. Likewise, you can say hide all, improper input validation. So there are plenty to deal with. And for the second one, so likewise, you can click on any of these things, which will list down all the things. All right, so yeah, so you find all together. There's a lot, no? There's a lot. Right, so this is a good place for it to get motivated. And so once it's solved, it gets green colored. Right. So that's I solved one, which is I look at the storyboard. Wasn't it explained here? Alright, so not to worry too much about it right away. Okay. Show solved. Okay, that's there. So security misconfiguration. No, that's automatically solved one. So the one which I solved was this one. So which is the easiest one in the book. Let's see, it's easy, right? So no worries. We start easy, go step by step, and you can get the things. All right, cool. So now the next one which I wanted to do uh, is called the drive principle. So we'll start with that. Yep, the drive principles. We search for drive principle, drive. Okay, this is the one. So it's an improper input validation technique. So it's a follow the drive principle while registering a user. I want to go to the registering user option. So let me check. So I'm not really using any burp here, guys. So burp is probably still working on his ass. Oh, I haven't found any much of major issues, but it's still okay. So I'll let it run. So we'll check. Okay, it's still running now. So I have to wait. Okay, I can allocate some resources here. Resource pool. I have a resource pool. I can put concurrent requests 50. Everything is do have my system. No names specified. Alright, that will do. Run fast, guys. Run fast. Yeah, it's running fast. Which is cool. I like it. Let I go here. Okay, now I'm here now, guys. So basically, it's the drive principle. So what is my drive principle? So if you don't know, so this is how you learn. Where do you go? It's called repetitive registration. Go to Google. That is. So you go to drive principle. So don't repeat yourself. That's the principle. So which is quite interesting, I believe. So it says principle software development aim to reducing repetition of software patterns. So now we'll try to see what is this, then try to understand the principle itself. So let me go to accounts, right? Log in, okay? And then I want to create an account. So let me put an email test@test.com. Okay, good. This connection is not secure. Login entered here could not be compromised. Why is that? Could be compromised. Okay, that's okay. Password must be. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the password. Show password advice. That's okay. Then I'm going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what happens here? So it doesn't say that the password matched. Ideally, it should say that this connection is not secure. What the heck? Okay. Okay, let it run. I don't need that actually. Password must be 50 characters. Okay, so then elder sibling middle name ABC. Now the thing is this. Let me refresh this and see whether that message, whether I get the message. So ideally, I should get that message where the passwords being matched. Okay. Okay, let me check with the Chrome browser. I'm just not sure whether. Okay, connection not secure. No. I don't need that actually. Manage exceptions. Yeah, that should be the one. Okay, I can't add anything. Let me try the same thing because I need that. So, provide the pass. Okay, that could do. Let me check. I would say oops, my machine is slow than expected. Okay, open up Chrome. So I'm going to go test2 at, I tried it, actually it worked, test.com, and I put the password 123456, and here 123. Now if I try to move, it says, see guys, passwords do not match, so I have to match it, 456. When I try to go to security password, yeah, I can do that, so it also checked. Now if I go and change this, it's not the same password, right? So I mismatched it, but still grandmother's name, um, right, don't know. Now you can see its passwords are not matched, but still I'll check whether I can register. Yes, I can register, right? That's cool. So I can go there and I'll say never, and I put the email uh, test2 at test.com. So I use 12345 in the first as the first password. Let me check with that. Or second one, 12346. Second one, checked login, no. 12345. Yes, gotcha. So as you can see, so I can log in. So that's basically a big fault, right? Big fault in the system. So I checked with Chrome. Sorry, the Firefox didn't allow me to do that. So okay, you can see repetitive registration is solved. All is solved. Problem clear. Right. So I have uh, solved 3. Okay, which is cool. Scoreboard, repetitive registration. See, I'm happy. Okay. Now next one, we'll try to do a bit advanced one with with what? With Websocket, because no, we love Websocket. Okay, so it's found out some issues. Good target. Okay, this is the one that I'm looking for. So there's a serious issue here. Severity high, which is this cross-origin resource sharing arbitrary origin trust. Mouthful, who cares? We'll learn it, right? So there's plenty to learn here. Let's learn step by step, step by step. Okay, we'll come here. Now I want to do register user with administrative privileges. Should I do that? Improper input validation. What do you mean by that? Probably injection. You have assigned to unassignable. Click for more hints. No. Okay, what is that? No, okay, hints. Should we go get hints? Okay, difficulty. So these here, all these hints are there. Administrative registration. What the hell? Register a user with administrative privileges. So how do you do that? Difficulty 3. The two shop doesn't bundle separate administrative functionality into deployment. This is ordinary. Oh, I don't like to do that. Let us do something cool. Let me go here. Let me open this up here. And now, with back to work with burp. Okay, we love burp, right? So now go to account, login. Okay, now I can. I didn't lie anyway. We don't know the username even, the email we don't know yet. So okay, it's a test at test.com. Even it can be admin email, who knows. And I'm going to put 1 2 3 4 5 6. All right, so we are going to attack it here. I'm not really sure whether it should be the right strategy. So let me now check with yeah, this one. So we can check whether is there a way of doing SQL injection. You know the basics, you have all learned it. So let me go to burp and things are working. So I'm going to intercept now. All right, check the history. So what's the last one it captured? The username password stuff. No, I'm going to intercept. Intercept is on. See. run drop request forward. So that's a bit here. Okay. Is it all right? Am I good? Yep. Right, now I'm going to log in. Try logging in. It should be captured here. Now this is something I don't want that. I don't want this. Right, this is the one that I want. So we have the test at test.com and the password 123456. Right, I'm not going to do anything here. I'm going to send this guy to the intruder. We have done intrusion earlier. We go here, go to positions. I am going to clear these things. Yeah, we all learned this, guys. Okay, clear. Now I'm going to check with the username, which is the email. Right. Okay, so I'm going to add this. Okay, right, then I need to set a payload. So load the payload. Okay, no. What I'm going to do now is okay, so what I'm going to do is add from the list fuzzing quick one, which I need bit of SQL injection on. Fuzzing SQL injection, I'll do that. So because I'm looking for SQL injection, guys. Yes, and there are a lot more things, guys, which are so many cool things here. But I'll do SQL injection and UR encoding. I don't need that. And then the start attack. Okay. Ooh, it's going and going. So there are 134. It won't be a long time. So let it run. I don't have to post anything. Should I? Yeah, I'll post it. Come back. It's finished, which is cool. Let me now play with this guy. So I will going to sort it from length. Yeah, so we'll now click on this. The email, oh, that's bad. It's not the email. Of course, there should be email. It had found to SQL injection. So I'll go one by one. So that's SQL statement. So please look at this section, guys. I'm looking for a proper email. So then I'm going to copy that payload. This one, nope, 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 nothing. That's an email. Can it be an email called? No, you can't. Nope. Nope. No. So if you found anything, let me know, guys. Don't think. Should I rerun this again? No. Mhm. Nothing. That's my one. No, it's not going to work. Test.com. Time, everything. Print variable, select, insert. So those are the all injection methods. All right. Something missing here. Let me check. Come back. So I'll rerun this just in case. I'm going to select again the SQL injection. Buzzing. Start the attack. Run fast. Run fast. Okay, it's running fast. Did I miss anything there? Or I'll double check. Oh, there are 300 of them. Anyway, it's okay. Let me start with this. This I'm sorry. So check the emails. So this is the one test. No, I'm not really worried about that. There's nothing there. Okay, so here you can see this admin Joe shop. Okay, so that's finds out it. So yeah, these ones doesn't find out anything. So this is probably the one that I have to copy paste. Yeah, I'll take that one. Then I'm going to recreate it here. Okay, and also I'm not going to use Firefox for this. I'm going to use Chrome. Firefox gives all these problems. All right, I'll go here and go as account, login. So I'm not logging yet. I logged in yet. I can put the email as this one and password can be anything. So I'll check now. Login this. All right, all cool, right? All cool. So if you go here in account, you can get login as admin. So I have a lot more stuff to do from here. So now I know the admin account, so I can start doing crazy stuff. So let me go and check my scoreboard. Let me check. Oh, where's that administrator one? I hope I've solved it. Yeah, three. I've solved three. Maybe I'm good. Yeah. So, but you have seen. Okay. Uh, I got the admin account through SQL injection by using Websocket. All right. So which is cool. Right. So now. Yeah, it's been a long video. So now hope that you got the basics. So let's now go to the third session in the next one, and we go for more interesting. So there are a lot of interesting things, simpler ones, hard ones, and plenty more to work with. So yeah, so okay, so we'll have more fun in the next video. See you soon.